So this is a quick video of the training methods we do for Dantian training in our Xin Yi branch here in Berkeley, California. This is Joseph Brown, who's done a bunch of videos. This is my first video, and Joseph has graciously volunteered to be the poster boy for corrections. And he's going to intentionally introduce mistakes. Joseph never actually makes mistakes during videos. And we're going to go through various corrections. And so the idea here is we're going to go from the ground up. And the idea is training the Dantian in this particular approach. There's going to be a lot of material here that is comes from Xin Yi but much of it is going to be based on Chen Tai Chi and Wu Ji standing, because that's more appropriate for a lot of people. And you can already have some introduction to it. But my own feeling is that when you introduce squatting monkey from Xin Yi from actually Dai family Xin Yi, it fills a lot of gaps, basics, that often is left out intentionally or unintentionally from the way Chen Tai Chi is taught. And what we'll do is we'll start from the warm-ups, because I think they actually matter, all the way through to standing, to skin breathing, and to some Dantian manipulation. But before we go into that, we'll do squatting monkey, which is a core part of the Xin Yi training. And there's some videos of it people doing it on the internet. There's like various masters doing it, and there's one of the little kid doing it. It's really cute. But no one actually goes through and unpacks it all. So I think 4 is stable at some point. Yeah. So it's going to be based on Dai family Xin Yi, Chen style Wu Ji standing, and we're going to introduce some things that I know that, for example, Mike Sigmund is not going to be very positive on, but you know, there's room for disagreement on these things, and I think that if you try it, you can decide for yourself whether it's worth it. It's very, very Dantian centric. So I think that's important because you have to understand the context from which these Chinese books teach or whatever are coming from. And if you understand this, you get a visceral understanding of what's going on. It's much easier to figure out what they're trying to tell us. So let's just go into it. The first thing I want to have us do is, I should point out, I had everyone sort of jog around the class to warm up their legs and stuff like that, give them some big stretches. We're not going to do that. The one thing I want to have people work on is opening the hip area and the quad. So let's just do the quick stretches, these sort of lunge stretches. You come forward, sit into it. I should also introduce Jeff Sledge here. He's one of our senior Xin Yi students. He's actually officially Andre's student, right? Yeah. And he's also going to be one of our lovely video poster children. So when you do the stretch, sit into it, point your back foot forward, don't pivot your back foot out. So the idea here is to really hit the stretch on the front of your hip. Turn this forward. Yes. All right. And then sit into it, turn your hip square forward, and feel the stretch right in front of the hip, right there. Good. And if you want to get this stretch to hit a little harder, what you can do is you just reach your hands up like this, lean back. Don't pinch your lower back so much as lower into your hip, so you stretch the front of your hip. All right. So let's do the other side. Let's stretch it from behind. So the idea is that the quad, sort of this whole area, front and back, and we want to be able to sink into it the right way. So for this one, we're going to start by leaning forward. Just keep your legs straight but not locked out. And what you want to do is you want to lean forward, just let everything drape. Let your upper back, your neck, your head, your arm, just let it drape. And feel the stretch in your lower back from here going down to the nape of your neck we're going down the back through your hamstrings. Okay, so from here, the next step is to introduce breathing. And what we want to do here is we want to do reverse abdominal breathing. From here, inhale into your lower abdomen, not into your chest, in your lower abdomen. Feel that your abdomen is expanding. But as you inhale, also pull in the whole area in your lower pelvis, your anus, your perineum, the other way, a little off color, but imagine if you're urinating, you need to sort of stop immediately, pull in all that stuff, squeeze it, pull it in, and pull in your abdomen, and just pack it in. And when you do this, you should feel that there is an expansion back here as you're doing it. So then you inhale, pull in, squeeze the abdomen, and just feel as if it expands back here. Okay, so just practice doing that for a little bit. Get comfortable doing that. Practice breathing like that. One thing you might want to add is, as you're inhaling, on the inhale, you consider introducing this by grabbing the ground with your toes. Grab the ground with your toes and feel as if you're pulling from inside your legs into your lower abdomen. The front of your lower abdomen. So this causes you to actually do the closing and connect it from your dantian into your feet. And one of the reasons we're doing this is just to stretch out the lower back. Often, if you've got a lot of tightness in your lower back, you're not going to relax this region, and then you won't be able to ground pushes or actually propagate Jin properly between lower bodies.
So the sensation should be that this part is expanded.
Yes. So you want to feel like this is sort of, okay, you stand up. You feel it back here? Here, let's come over here. Get into the camera, I guess. Okay. So if you feel here, hands here. So if I breathe, feel how it expands. Okay. So give that a try. Yeah. So now, what I want you to do from here is we'll be using the breathing almost like a ratchet. So that, and each inhale, push. So feel the pressure build up here, and as you inhale, it pushes and it raises you up a little bit. And feel it raises you up a little bit, and when you exhale, you get back down. And just allow that to stretch for a little bit on each inhale to expand. And what you see Joseph doing here is he's introducing a ratcheting portion, where on each inhale, it raises you up a little bit, and then you don't let yourself go down. So that on each inhale, it's almost like a ratchet. You inhale, ratchet, click, you're there. Inhale, ratchet up. So that as you come up with each inhale, you get the sensation of using it to expand your lumbar area here. So inhale, large breaths, bring yourself up until you're standing. So hopefully at this point you sort of stretch your lower back and front of your hips. So now we'll go into squatting monkey. And squatting monkey is the fundamental internal dantian training exercise of Xin Yi. It's very prominent in our Xin Yi Dao practices, which then feeds our Xin Yi practice. And the idea is that I really like it because it hits the dantian training, and it also connects it to your extremities. So they talk about coil in and coil back out. In Chen Tai Chi terms, it's reeling inward and reeling outward. And what this does is it brings it out in a very, very overt way. So if you look in some of Mike Sigmund's, sometimes he posts this picture where you have a guy who goes like this, and then it goes like this. It is kind of like that, except you have everything together. One problem with this is that you bring your knees in together, if you haven't developed it, it's actually not so good for your knees. what this does is puts your feet together. So as you brace in, they support each other. But I'll walk through how this is done. So the idea is, on the inhale, you inhale using reverse breathing, and you pull into your dantian, the whole front of your body sort of pulls in, your chest hollows, it pulls into your dantian. You grab the ground with your feet on the inside, and it pulls into your dantian. So that brings you in like this. And if you just allow the natural winding to occur, your arms like this. And this is straight out of Chen Tai Chi. If you've ever done Chen Tai Chi, reeling out, reeling in. All right? In Squatting Monkey, out, in, out, in. So when you come in, your arms should stick close to your body. You should stay in contact with your body. Don't stick your arms out like this. And the idea is not to reach your arms low. The idea is to hold in, and this whole area pushes out as you talk under. And what you want to do is you want to have your body sort of like, which is almost like a C shape. What you don't want is you don't want your body, you don't want to be so invested in like going forward that you end up like this, where butt sticks all the way out. You actually want to keep your butt tucked under as much as possible. You also want to squeeze your legs together. Squeeze together because here you're doing the lower body. The super reeling in, reeling out, in Chen Tai Chi also hits your legs. So this, you're reeling in, everything closes in. There's no room to force a hand in there. Shifu Wa Chu Kang will go, if he sees you, like try to stick. There should be no room for someone to force their fingers in there because you're rotating it in. So your hips are rotating in like this, and it's pulling in. So it's pulling into your dantian, rotating out like this. This expansion worked on in the stretch happens even more. It wraps inward, and you pull in for all the muscles in your lower pelvic area, and then you inhale, and you squeeze this in like this. Anything you want to add?
No. What happens with the head as you're going
Oh yeah,
down?
that's a good point. So here, you also connect it to your head. And when you come down like this, your chin goes up like this. And you should be looking a little bit high and forward. You don't want to go like this, because then that allows this area to become slack. So the idea is that you have a sheath of connective tissue that connects to your whole body. You're going to keep this like this, keep your mouth together, your teeth together, and as usual in all these sort of Chinese things, your tongue should be touching the soft palate of your mouth. And that sort of like pulls it a little bit taut. So your tongue should be sort of loose and floppy. Look there, and you feel the tongue go to the tongue and touches your soft palate. So now like this, you should feel that this, like this, your chin is up. Your face should be angled this way, but you're actually still looking forward. And then as you come up, you still look forward. As you come up, you push up your back to the nape of your neck. And this pushes up, and your chin comes down. So your head is going like this on the inhale, and then like this on the exhale. This is because everything's connected. So here,